SABERFORGE.com is one of the world's leading lightsaber manufacturers. They are known for their high level of quality and customization. Unfortunately, they're also known for their terrible customer service. People waited up to 10 months to get their orders. So how did I get mine in just 3 weeks? Hello there and welcome to Star Wars in Real Life, where we make Star Wars a reality by covering things like Star Wars toys and games, events and cosplay, because Star Wars just makes life better, even if other people don't quite understand it. Like SABERFORGE.com, who doesn't understand that I need a lightsaber right now, god damn it, not 10 months from now. What? So here's some backstory. I'm going to Star Wars Celebration on April 10th, and a few weeks ago I started on my very first cosplay project ever, where I'm going to be dressing up as Ezra Bridger from seasons 3 and 4 of Rebels. Oh, by the way, if you're interested in following me on my cosplaying journey, be sure to check out this playlist up here. I'm gonna be uploading tons of videos of me making Ezra's shirt, his armor, boots, all of that stuff, so definitely check it out. One of the very first things I did was check online to see A, who even makes an exact replica of Ezra's green lightsaber, and B, how quickly can I get it? Because at the time, I only had 6 weeks left until Celebration, so everything from placing the order to it arriving at my house needed to take place within 6 weeks. Otherwise, I'd have to figure something else out, which probably would have involved trying to make my own lightsaber, which probably would have involved me giving up on the entire project. Okay, so first of all, who even makes an exact replica of Ezra's green lightsaber? Like most of the problems in my life, I started by searching on Google for a solution, but the only thing that came up was that cheap plastic toy, like staple gun type of lightsaber that Ezra had in seasons 1 and 2. You know, the blue one? And that's not what I needed at all. You know, Google can be great when you find exactly what it is you're looking for, but when you can't, ooh, it could be frustrating. So then I made a list of every lightsaber manufacturer that I could think of. Ultra Sabers, Vader's Vault, SABERFORGE, Kyber Light, you name it. I looked through all of those websites in search for Ezra's green lightsaber, and I found nothing. Nothing. Nobody makes it. So then I thought, well, if nobody makes it, maybe I can order some like lightsaber parts, like the individual pieces, and kind of assemble everything together myself. And the best option for that was definitely SABERFORGE. Out of all the websites I looked at, they have the most variety of lightsaber parts that I found. That being said, I still couldn't find the pieces that I needed. So I went back to Google, searched again for Ezra's green lightsaber, and the only website that I hadn't checked up to this point was Etsy. And yeah, there were like 1 or 2 exact replicas of his lightsaber, but these were unpainted pieces of plastic just made by people with 3D printers. Not good enough. Etsy can be great when you're finding exactly what you're looking for, but when you can't, ooh, it could be frustrating. So I went back to Google, did another search, and this time I clicked on a video, but it wasn't called Ezra's green lightsaber, it was called something else. The title was kind of vague, but by this point I was desperate. I was sending probe droids out to every corner of the galaxy and following up on all of them, straight up Thrawn style. So I watched the video and almost immediately I saw an exact, ready to go, ready to fight with Ezra's green lightsaber. But they didn't call it Ezra's lightsaber, they called it something else. They called it the Adept. And I was like, the Adept? What is that? So then I went back to Google and did another little search on the Adept lightsaber, and guess what I found? SABERFORGE. SABERFORGE? I checked. How could I miss Ezra's lightsaber on SABERFORGE.com? Oh yeah, because it's called the Adept. Who in all the galaxy is searching for something called the Adept when they're actually looking for the Ezra? What? But then I realized that every lightsaber manufacturer, none of them call their lightsabers what they really are because, I don't know, they hate their customers and want to confuse everybody, or trademarks or whatever. Anyways, long story short, I found it. SABERFORGE.com makes the only metal, exact, dual ready, out of the box Ezra's green lightsaber. They're the only ones. So I found the lightsaber, someone actually makes it, great, but now I had to find out how long it would take to have it in my hands, and that was an even bigger bigger nightmare. I went to SABERFORGE.com to see like what their shipping times were like, and they claimed it to be 4 to 8 weeks. I only had 6 weeks left to Celebration. This is basically a 50-50 shot whether or not I get it on time. Not good odds. But you know, sometimes companies like to under-promise and over-deliver. Like, hey, you want Ezra's green lightsaber? Just give me, you know, 4 to 8 weeks. Even though I know I can do it in 2 weeks. You know, so I emailed their customer support asking them like, hey, how long is it actually gonna take? You know, because I have Celebration. And you know what they said? Nothing. They said nothing. I never received a response. Back to Google. This time I was like, what's up with SABERFORGE? Are they a legit company? Did they close a while ago? What I found were a bunch of stories that to say the least, shook my confidence in SABERFORGE. All these stories about people waiting 2 months, 6 months, 8, 10 months for their lightsabers. Is that a joke? Come on. How can you accept money from someone and not deliver for 10 months? I just custom built a car online. They said it would take 2 weeks to arrive. It's coming from the UK, but I digress. So I read all these terrible stories about how terrible SABERFORGE.com's customer support was, and it was at that point that I decided, you know what, I'm not gonna order from SABERFORGE, not even worth it. And that's when I lost all the hope. All of the hopes that were inside of me just not even Force Ghost, just gone forever. Until a couple weeks later, when I just had a super random idea, searching Etsy for the Adept. And you know what I found? SABERFORGE! SABERFORGE has a second store where they sell SABERFORGE sabers on Etsy. Say that 5 times fast. And not only does SABERFORGE have a second store, but the people running it are Jedi Masters compared to the failed Padawans running their website. So I looked into their Etsy store and I found some pretty significant differences that I would like to share with you now. Number 1, reviews. SABERFORGE.com, when you look it up on Google, averages, what was it? 1.5. 2.5 stars on Yelp, 2.1 stars on SiteJabber, whatever that is, 5.2 out of 10 on Trustpilot. You get the picture. Their Etsy store, 5 stars with over 6,000 reviews. Number 2, it took 3 weeks for customer support to finally respond to my email to them. But when I tried contacting them through Etsy, it took 2 hours. I had a conversation, we went back and forth. Multiple messages were exchanged between me and their Etsy customer service. All these messages, an entire conversation took place in a day. They're on top of it. Melissa, if you're watching this, you're on top of it. Thank you. Number 3, shipping speed. SABERFORGE.com claims 4 to 8 weeks. The rest of the world says it's more like 4 weeks to 10 months. SABERFORGE Etsy claims 2 to 4 weeks. Not bad. Number 4, customizability? Is that a the ability to customizability. I think SABERFORGE.com actually wins this one. So my understanding is this: when you order from SABERFORGE.com, they're pretty much building your order from scratch. But when you order from Etsy, SABERFORGE can fulfill the orders faster because they only list items on there that are like mostly assembled and almost completed. This video is probably 17 minutes long at this point. To summarize the entire video in a nutshell, if you want a SABERFORGE lightsaber and you want it fast, order from their Etsy store. Super quick, great customer service, great reviews, much better experience. But if you want a beautiful, handcrafted, specifically to you masterpiece of a lightsaber, and you don't mind waiting 10 months for it to arrive, and you don't mind not hearing anything from customer support, maybe ever, then maybe give SABERFORGE.com a try. But I needed something super quick, and Etsy nailed it. My lightsaber just arrived. I feel like a kid on Christmas morning. And I ordered this like not even 3 weeks. It was 15, 16 days ago, almost 2 weeks. And I can't wait to open it. If you want to see me open this, if you want to see exactly what this looks like, then click up here to watch me unbox this thing and give it a proper review. And wouldn't it be hilarious if I open this? Wouldn't you just pay $1 million to see me open this and just the completely wrong thing, or just totally destroyed, or like, I don't know, like like a little baby miniature version of a lightsaber, but like on the photo it looks legit. I seriously haven't opened this yet, so I suppose anything's possible. Go check out that video to see what happens and share this video with anyone who is thinking about ordering from SABERFORGE. You can probably save them a lot of headaches. And I will see you guys in the next video.